Hello, welcome to the daily political tarot readings here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I am here 365 days of the year. Yes. And I'm to take your political questions out of the chat. So just put your questions in the chat before I come on. And anything I don't get done, I roll over to the next day. So hopefully we'll be able to get through everything today. 10% of my income from everything Black and Orange goes to Feeding America at feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. That is an ongoing thing. And we have epic troll slayers who keep us safe. Thank you. We have a great community because of you. You who are watching. You right there. Yes, you. Yes, you right there. And I just say you look fabulous today. No, we have a great community because of you. Thank you. Also, okay, I'm going to make an assumption here that Kirsten, let me know how much was raised on her end for the fundraiser. I assume I can share that. I would think. And then I also, so there was, I guess I could share, it was $2,900. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for helping Kirsten. Thank you. And then everything I made for the day, everything, the ads from super chats, from everything I made that day on Friday. YouTube finally told me how much I made that day, which was insane compared to, if with ads and everything, if I make $25 a day, that's good. It's a good day. That day, even after Google, who owns YouTube, took their cut, made $416. So I sent that along too. So in theory, that fundraiser, we raised $3,300. Thank you. Thank you. It makes a big difference for her. She's got all kinds of hospital bills. She may be having surgery again in future. She definitely needs some money to live off of. So thank you. All right. Hello. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Yes, Lois, God bless Kirsten. Yes, absolutely. So I guess we did a good thing. Good. Oh, thank you, Joyce. Thank you, Sandy. Thank you. All right. Oh, wait. That was oh, thank you, Betty. And thank you, Froxy Roxy. Thank you, Azalea. Thank you, everybody. Okay. Yes, well done, people. Thank you, music. All right, so we're going to jump in at 4 minutes here. So I actually read on this morning. Thank you, Lady Eva. I actually read on this morning because I was curious. So at least one general won't rule out that the objects taken down over the weekend were possibly alien. What's with the cylindrical objects? Are things about to get a lot more interesting? Let's read on it again. Let's read on this again. Now, full disclosure, I have had no experience with any kind of extraterrestrial. I have not. To me, it's just a thought experiment. Well, if that's happening, And I'm not saying it's not, but I'm not saying it is. I don't know. How would that look? What would that look like? How would that work? And from my perspective, it's one of three. Those objects are one of three things. They are completely terrestrial. There's some rich jerk somewhere who's doing whatever, or some rogue government, but probably some rich jerk somewhere. Two, it is extraterrestrial from out there somewhere, which seems possible until you really learn about the kinds of distances we're talking about. And how would they even know we're here? And, even when you look, you see a distant planet, you're looking at the far past. So, depending on how far away they are, it's quite possible that anyone trying to look at our planet is seeing, okay, it's got some water and maybe some plankton or something, I don't, again, I am always blown away by the most accurately named thing in the English language: space. And there are these kind of filaments. They call them like filaments, where if you take our region of the universe, our area of it, they're actually, it's like a three-dimensional spider web. And we're not even on like a main thread. We're like on a kind of offshoot. And like right next to us is a whole lot of nothing. There's like a big whole lot of nothing. And anyway, so then the third possibility is it's temporal. I'm a Star Trek fan. They're future humans who have completely messed up their reproduction, their, whatever else, and they've managed to come back through time. Have tachyon particles been detected? Because if you're a Star Trek fan, if somebody's picked up on tachyon particles, hold up. Hold up. There's time travel going on here somewhere. Now, some people say time travel isn't possible. I never think that about. I just think there's a whole lot we don't know yet. I think we just don't know. Stephen Hawking said that if there were time travelers, they would have shown up at his party. He said he told people that the day before he had set up a party for any time travelers who wanted to show up, and nobody showed up. It's like, maybe they didn't want to talk to you. Maybe they're trying to keep their head down. I don't know. Anyway, so Betty says there are tons of things our little brains can't understand. Yeah. And whenever I think, oh, yes, we know this, we know that, I think, okay, go outside and look down until you see an ant. Okay? Now explain even if it's very, very limited, explain your understanding of nuclear physics to that ant. Now, you want to pretend our brains are just... Please. We can't even, we've just figured out a whole bunch of stuff because our senses don't pick up on them. So Cheryl says, why would we think otherwise? There wouldn't be other life forms in the universe. I personally, I would guarantee there are. Personally, I would guarantee there's life in the universe. It's not just us. There's no doubt in my mind. But in my readings, what I've picked up again, I don't know everything. This is just my opinion. I believe we will eventually discover other life in the universe, and I think we're going to discover it, that it is so far away, and they discover us. And we're looking at each other, and it's like, oh, panic, panic, oh, they're aliens, what if they invade, da, 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 da. And then you look at the distance, and you get a real sense of the distance, and it's like, oh. And actually, there are a lot of habitable planets with things like water and minerals and between here and there that they could just take. There's Marie Sutton, tachyon particles. I had to look that up. I learn something new every day. I just know it from Star Trek. I mean, one of the things I run into when I talk about astrology is the planets and trying to come up with graphics, because none of the graphics are to scale. Not even close. I want to say, all right, the distance from us to the sun, all right, or the sun to us, all right, it takes light moves really fast. It takes light 8 minutes to get from the sun to us. It's like, oh, the sun gives off light, we see it. No, it's so far, it is far enough away that it takes it's like you turn on the light. It's like you turn on, okay, here's a lamp, right? Here's my lamp, okay? Click. I turn on this lamp. I don't see light for 8 minutes. Okay? It's a ways. It's quite a ways. And that distance from the sun to us is it's called IU. All right, that it's just a standardized distance from the sun to us is a measurement. It's an I believe IU, is that it? Is it interstellar unit? Something unit? Anyway. Okay, that's the distance. The distance from the sun to Neptune, okay, the last major planet in our solar system, is 31 IU. It's 31 of those distances. The distance from the sun to Pluto, on average, AU, is it AU? Is the distance, astronomical unit, AU. Thank you. It's an AU. It was something like that, something U. Vowel U, that's all I remembered. The distance from the sun to us is 1 AU. The distance to Neptune is 31 of those distances. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 10, you're way over there. 20, 30, 31. The distance from the sun to from the sun to Pluto averages, because it's an oval, 43. That's just our solar system. And if anybody has, if you have read the books, there was a TV show called The Expanse. If you have read those books, they talk about it some in the TV show, the TV version, but in the books particularly, they had to come up with a special engine that was simply strong enough to cover distances from us to asteroids or the planets of Jupiter, and it still takes days. So basically, I watched that TV show. I loved that TV show. So anyway, these are my notes. I've got my questions for today, Joan, but I could look at stuff. And who was it who was just saying? Christine says the distance from the sun is 93 million miles. And that's a lot, but I find this is another way to express that, because it's kind of hard to wrap your head around the sheer amount of space. And then that's us. And then there's space to the next solar system. The next, you've got Sagittarius A, which is the center of the black hole at the center of our the Milky Way galaxy, and then you've got the Andromeda galaxy, which is headed our way, and in a bazillion, not literally, but eventually it's going to collide with. We're going to collide with the Andromeda galaxy, and even then, there's so much space that it's really only the gravity interfering that's going to start kind of warping and changing, moving things. Things aren't going to bump into each other hardly at all. If it was just going to be matter, it wasn't going to be if there was no gravity involved, you would be amazed how much another galaxy could go through ours and hit nearly nothing. Matter of fact, when NASA sends probes out past between Mars and Jupiter, there's an asteroid belt. When NASA sends stuff out through that asteroid, I mean, that's an asteroid belt. There are a lot of asteroids there. When NASA sends something through that area, they don't even take into consideration the idea that something might hit that. It's like, oops, well, that would be rare, extremely rare. They don't go like, okay, we better go over it and then back down. No, they just send it straight through because there's so much space. So, thank you, Fran. Thank you, Kay. So anyway, there could be a lot of things, but when I've been reading on this off and on for the last week, and then now this weekend there was the first thing shot down was that Chinese balloon. 3 things have been shot down since, which some general somewhere is saying, I don't know, it's up to we just knock it down. It's up to intelligence to go say, what it is or how it works or anything like that. Because what they say they're seeing is like a cylinder with no obvious means of propulsion. And remember, I worked on the edges of the aviation industry. I worked at the front desks of a flight school at an FBO where the private planes come in and out, which was also a flight school. I have, people who, commercial pilots who became commercial pilots for the big companies, and then maybe even went to private companies. So they're flying the private jets that, rappers talk about. And then come in and, you get chatting with them and what have you. And the sheer number of pilots who have seen those craft it's a lot. It's not just like, oh, I heard once maybe somebody. No, you'd be surprised how many people have, even commercial pilots for the big airlines have said, yeah, I was flying along and, with the captain or the co-pilot or whatever, and it just came up beside us and stayed with us, and then it just suddenly just decided, whew, and it just like went straight up. It didn't bank or anything. It was very, very odd, and they could not tell what it was. These things have been out there for a while. Ten of Cups. We do have a nice existence here, on the whole, that I was just talking about. And also, in reading on this for the past few days, I've been getting over and over that we're okay. And these people on the right who are all freaking out about Joe Biden, he didn't do anything fast enough. It's like, really? You have that little faith in the U.S. military? Really? Really? I have a lot of faith in the U.S. military. I think that if there was anything we needed to worry about, I have high confidence that they will kill it. They will, if it's a balloon, they will pop it. If it is a craft, they will bring it down. If it's a clear and present danger, they will do something about it. So I have more faith in our military than you on the far right. Really? I thought it was we're the snowflakes and you're the really? Eight of Swords, Five of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, 7 of Cups. There have been, these things have been around for a while. It's good in just these past few years that at least the military and the government are starting to say, okay, this thing exists and we don't know what it is either. We want to find out. I mean, that's the smart thing. They should have been doing that a long time ago. But, you know, things like the X-Files, great show. But the thing about it is it kind of goes to our fears of what if that's happening? What if this is possible? Do you guys remember Whitley Strieber? Who he had a whole, it wasn't just like the book everyone knows, Communion, was that his biggest one? Because he had a whole series of books about, and he believes he and members of his family have been abducted off and on their whole lives. Well, good books. So the X-Files there, and so we have, it's through these stories that we deal with our fears. You know, the old horror movie trope, driving along and your car breaks down and the only thing there is some creepy house, and it turns out there, you know, everybody there is welcoming you in. Yes, come in, come right into the furnace, you know. This was fear because people hadn't, when had the average person moved that kind of distance without their whole family and animals? And so person alone, and you know, it really, the interstate highways were just starting when that really picked up. So it was our fears get worked out through the stories we tell, and that's what it's been. I keep getting, okay, is it the things that were shot down? Cheryl says there are good aliens and bad ones. Yeah, I don't doubt that. I really don't. I don't even think that something like Star Wars would even need to be a long time ago But is it in a galaxy far, far away? Probably. Could be the past, could be the future, could be... Yes, Ricky, the day the Earth stood still. Thank you, Polywanda, Klaktu, Barada, Nikto. Thank you. I was meaning to look that up. All right. The cylinders, the flying things. Some rich idiot, some government. So it's something terrestrial, something extraterrestrial, or something temporal. Klatu, Barada, Nikto. Polly says, "Where is Gort when you need him?" I know, right? I was cleaning my bathtub this morning. I could have used. I need some help in that cleaning that mirror. He's tall. I need Gort. Gort, clean the mirror up there, please. The devil. Ooh, I'm missing a card. It goes right in the middle. All right. Sun. 4 of Swords. Ace of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. Temperance. If you're feeling any panic, don't. We got some major arcana here, and it's the Sun and Temperance. There's the big flying object in the center. It's no danger. It's quiet. This is quiet as a tomb. It's just no danger. All the swords are safely tucked away. This is a thing in the sky. This is a knight who has grabbed the thing, and there's Temperance. They're going to figure out the propulsion system, whatever it's using. They're going to, and apparently we're also working with Canada, and I'm sure that the military-industrial complex will get some snazzy ideas here shortly. I'm not getting chaos. I'm getting the unknown can be scary, but I don't get for what's going to happen. I get more business capabilities than chaos. Yeah, don't. Thank you, Marie Wiles. The cards are the Art Nouveau Tarot, Golden. Hang on, forgot to. At least I had it listed down here. Let me see. Is it here? It is not listed here, but it will be. It will be in the links usually in the description box, but usually when I start out, there aren't enough. There are only 5,000. You can only 5,000 characters in the description box, and I always go over that when I first start out. So, all right, we'll move on to the next thing. We're going to be okay. We're going to be okay. Does it help I've had dreams about future lives? I don't know if that helps you any. We go out into the stars and Don't lose any sleep over this. So Lucky Girl says, I'm still convinced those UFOs are just Marjorie Trader Green's home planet sending her Ubers, but we keep shooting them down. Oh, Lucky Girl, you are a gem. You are a gem. Yeah, I'm getting this wave of calm energy. It's cool, calm energy. Just, we're okay. We're okay. All right. At 30:30. Have you guys heard about the massive train wreck in Ohio? Come on, work with me here, computer. 30:30. There are some people saying that there are two trains of thought. The two tracks of the thought. That's no better. The one is it's a cover up. The news person trying to cover it has been arrested. All these horrible pictures of animals who are no longer with us. It's a huge thing. Nobody's talking, and Aaron Brockovich on steroids, but with the company who owns the whatever is so powerful with lobbyists that even the major networks aren't covering it. Okay, so that's the one side. The other side is like, there was a problem. The axles on these train cars, something went wrong and they were on fire. And so it derailed. The train derailed. And, something tripped somewhere that shouldn't have. And it weakened the whatever cars. And they decided to get rid of the pressure from the heating and all that stuff before the thing exploded with shrapnel, that they would just drain the stuff out that was likely like PVC type thing, and then they decided to burn it to break it down quicker. And they did need to get people out because of dioxins that PVC gives off when it breaks down, which is dangerous and can kill things, but it also dissipates. So it depends who you're talking to as to what story you're going to hear about. Betty says they're transferring chemical waste is what I heard. And one of the arguments I heard was PVC, like the pipe, because we use so much of it. But the pictures and the stories that are on Twitter, I mean, I don't know. Even if they aren't, I mean, maybe they aren't real, but boy, there are some good storytellers. There was one story in particular I will not tell you about, but I was just like, but that's just me. King of Pentacles. Businessman. Business person. Could be a company. Okay. Business. Cat Shepherd says when PVC burns, it turns into hydrochloric acid. Yes, but it also dioxins and carbon monoxide, but that just dissipates in the air. Is that right? Am I getting something like this? Devil. Yeah, this was bad. This was very bad. Wheel of Fortune. Sun. Seven of Pentacles. World. They've got it contained is what I've heard. But I do not like the energy around this. And I feel very bad for the people who live there because the EPA says they can go home. that their detectors haven't picked up enough awful stuff. The energy doesn't feel quite, in my opinion, entertainment only YouTube. Oh, I finished my coffee. I don't have my mug. Entertainment only YouTube. I'd worry. I'd be worried wiping stuff down. But then again, I'm a germaphobe. I wipe stuff down anyway. So, but yeah, this was bad. That would be the wheels, the tank, a matter of time. This is the sun, which can be a big ball of fire. But this is also families, children, animals, fruits of labor, and the world, the end. End of a chapter, end of the book. It doesn't feel, it feels like eventually things will clear up, but it's going to be, I think it's going to be kind of nasty for a while. Christine says the trains in Ohio were filled with vinyl chloride used in the production of PVC pipe. Vinyl chloride. There we go. Yeah. And there may be some runoff into the Mississippi River. There may be. But the good thing to keep in mind is that the Mississippi River flows one direction. So you don't need to worry about it in Minnesota. The chemicals will dissipate if they get into the Mississippi River because there is so much water we're talking about. But there is already so many chemicals in the Mississippi River. It's just, I mean, I lived in Baton Rouge off and on for about a decade. There's a reason, not just the chemical plants, but it's also things that have come down river. Why they sometimes call it cancer, that area from around Baton Rouge to around New Orleans, they call it Cancer Alley. There's a reason for that. But yeah, it's awful. But Meg Who says weeks before they get let back in. At first, apparently they were supposed to leave for like 5 hours, but now, or no, they were supposed to leave for a day. Was it just hours or it was a day, but now it's like 5 days? As last I heard. I'm sure it's changed. So, anyway. All right. We'll get through it. We'll get it sorted out. Thank heavens that there is a Democratic administration in charge of the EPA. Because if Trump's people came out and said, "Oh, nothing to see here," would you believe it? But these people really actually do care. So, and here we are. And we're okay. 39 minutes in. Let's move on to some Trump stuff. January 6th stuff, Trump stuff, you know. Judge McBurney sided with DA Fani Willis that the full Georgia grand jury report should not be released, as it could harm future cases that Willis brings forward. Yay. The judge also wrote that the special grand jury had fulfilled its mandate by providing a roster of who should and should not be indicted, and for what, in relation to the conduct and aftermath of the 2020 general election in Georgia. Are things finally going to start happening? Georgia's on our mind. Queen of Cups. There she is. And she's got the information in her hot little hands. Tower. 5 of Wands. Strength. Ace of Cups and 5 of Cups. They tried to overthrow the election. And that's what they are alleged to have done, and make a complete mess of things. But here she is. Fani Willis, card for the reading and center card. Queen of Cups, which is democratic energy, and the Strength card, silencing the orange beast. Mm-hmm. And right here, just as soon as possible, we've got the beginning, taking action, taking the cup from the queen, this her cup, and starting something. And then on the other side, they will do whatever they can to try to knock down. But I mean, this is a card of disappointment, but it's not, it doesn't go well for the person trying to knock down the cups, because there's still cups there. So Ricky says, I hope. I'm not getting any younger, and a turtle moves faster than the DOJ. Oh, we're not the only people who are most frustrated with what the speed at which the DOJ has been moving. Good news is Jack Smith is very, very good at his job and is not hanging around. So Lady Eva says, it seems like the Queen of Cups always shows up in Georgia. It could be Fani Willis. I mean, I don't know what sign she is. I'm getting it. The Queen of Cups specifically is a Democrat. And a queen is got it going on. She has got it sorted out. So Dave says, the coffee shop I'm in just started playing the theme for the song for the X-Files. Really? It's in the air. Queen of Swords. There she is as a prosecutor. Hierophant, Moon, 10 of Swords. I know, it seems like, yeah, I've been saying for years he's going to be taken down, but once again, here are the cards. There's the government saying, we have had enough. This is all 10 legal swords in someone's back. And the chaos that shall ensue on the right, or just the chaos, because of who she prosecutes. Oh, there's a death card underneath that. So, is she... Hang on, let me make a note of this, because we're at 44. Will Fani Willis charge DJT criminally? It's probably redundant, but oh, Ms. Willis, are you going to actually charge DJT with a serious crime? Anne says, pick a crime, any crime. Yeah. 6 of Pentacles. Well, his side have been dragging their feet on everything imaginable. Surprise! Devil card. Queen of Swords again. Death card right in the middle. King of Swords. King of Cups. This feels like what's coming out of because the grand jury she did go to, they were supposed to create a report, but in her state, she then had to go to a different criminal grand jury to get them to say, yes, this person should be indicted for these crimes, blah, 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 blah. It feels like what's coming out of there, and there she is. And this is she is a prosecutor. This is another prosecutor. This would be the backing she's going to get from someone, even if it's just Democrats across the country or the federal government or something. There's a big old death card right in the middle. And it doesn't end with these two kings, and King of Swords and Cups, that's illegal things, and Democrats. Joe Biden. Yes. Yes, she's going to charge Trump. And on the right, they're going to lose their minds. So. Polly says, if Trump is your type, run, don't walk to your nearest psychiatrist. Type of what? Oh, get thee to a nunnery. No. All right. Guess who it's time once again for Stevie Three Shirts. It is 47:45. 47:45. Steve Bannon has been stiffing his lawyers who represented him in a series of criminal cases. He's trying to find new attorneys to defend him against money laundering and conspiracy to commit wire fraud after refusing to pay the lawyers who represented him against contempt of Congress charges. What's going on? What's going to happen? You think you're cool. You think you're cool. But you will never be as cool as wearing 3-pot collars. Oh, grief. Rupert says, Stevie Three Shirts retreats to the war room in the My Pillow fort to avoid the debt collectors. Devil card. Are we surprised? Okay, so the White House has announced an interagency team to investigate the unidentified aircraft. That just popped up. We are going to be okay. I just clear, beautiful energy just flowing. We're going to be okay. Six of Wands, 10 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups. Oh, goodness. That feels like us celebrating. So, Bannon's been he hasn't been to prison yet. Didn't he appeal? Or did I miss that? Oh, Kevin, was that yours? Well, thank you. This is a going up the river. And he was all happy about it because he thinks he's going to make a fortune because he's being persecuted. Yeah. This is us quite pleased. This is him with not enough money. And he's begging. It feels like he's begging at others, other far-right people for support, money, something. Because apparently the war room is in this little My Pillow fort. Apparently it's successful. I guess he does make quite a bit of money from it. But that doesn't matter if you've run up hellacious legal bills. Teresa Ford, be right back with coffee to sip. Oh, sounds good. Betty says he's still out on appeal. Thank you. Teresa Ford says, I think they delayed the sentencing because he can't get a lawyer. Okay, jokey. Yeah, he's trying to kick it down, but it's not working. It's not working. When I hum, I don't, or I just make up little tunes as I'm going. I don't mean to drift into like jingles or for companies or, whatever, but that brought me to Menards. Kind of reminded me of what I just told me. It kind of reminded me of the Menards thing. And I thought, well, that isn't relevant. And then I thought, oh yeah, it is. It's Steve Bannon. So yeah. Shave big monkeys, they shave big monkeys. Daily at Menards. One of my bosses used to sing that. And it's like, yes, shaving big monkeys. Okay. Hermit, Ace of Wands. Oh, the bludgeon. This is nursing his grievances, lashing out, the plan to make money. The victory on the far right. And the Ace of Cups is going to pour cold water on his victory. He's got it's just a little full of himself. Just a tiny bit. He's a mess. And anyone who would get involved with him in any way, shape, or form is an idiot. Well done, Kevin. Well done. All right. Blah, 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 blah. $54 and a bit. $54.30. Okay, this killed me. This floored me. Floored me this morning. Like, stop everything I was doing to guffaw. You ready for this one? You paying attention? Come closer. Ready? Trump's lawyer claims he kept a classified folder for the sole purpose of covering a light that was bugging him on his nightstand. Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. How many nightstands do they have? Because wasn't there the picture from the FBI was piles of stuff? But no, I kept that folder because it was the light was bothering him. I can't. I can't with these people. Yes, Trump's lawyer claims he kept a classified folder for the sole purpose of covering a light that was bugging him on his nightstand. Electra Storm says 1-800 lawyer stupid. Smell Moss says, don't we all? Oh, of course. Deborah says, what a delicate flower. Yes, he is. Isn't he just? Corpse flower. And I don't mean that for anything bad to happen to him. I mean the stink, the stench. Strength. It's laughable. Oh my gosh, if this lawyer says this in court, they will be laughed out of court. Lady Eva says, my husband is so uncool. He uses a Post-it note. Well, you just have to forgive some things and people. All right, Page of Wands, 9 of Swords, Fool. Guess who that is? Two of Swords, Temperance. No, the problem isn't that you had the folder as much as it is that you knowingly had the folder, you knowingly used the folder, you had the giant piles of paper, and you made a decision not to return them when you should have. And this is not going to help you. And he's saying, make it go away. And it's not going to go away. But he thinks, laws don't apply to me. Oh gosh, Harold, yes. Blinded by the light. Oh my gosh, did I hit any of those notes? Blinded by the light. Yes. And I still don't understand the next line in that. People have told me the next line in that song over and over, and I never remember it. I just know what it sounds like, and it just sounds weird. True, Kevin, and probably sold the contents of said folder. Exactly. Frida Smith said, I thought he didn't sleep. Yeah. Okay. So we had got at 59 minutes in. Cosmic Goat Lady and Oma Sheila the Quilter were asking, Midas Touch says Trump lawyers Corcoran and Bobb testified for a grand jury regarding the classified documents. Did they tell the truth? Will either of them be charged with obstruction? Betty Cantrell says breaking news alert, grand jury report released on February 16th, but some will be redacted. Alexa, stop. That should be interesting. Thank you, Betty. Yes, Teresa Ford, thank you. Revved up like a deuce, a car. You know, a rebel in the night. Yes. Thank you. Ba-ba-da-dee-dee-dum. Hang on. Let's make this 1 hour. So, Trump lawyers Corcoran and Bobb testified for a grand jury regarding classified documents. Did they tell the truth? They're lawyers, so yes, but they know how to Five of Pentacles. And what was the song? Which it always seemed odd that they, in the chorus or at the end of the chorus or something, or no, it was in the chorus. They were going, Bruce. It was like, Bruce? What? Five of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords, Strength, Four of Wands. Have these people been paid? Are we sure they've been paid? If they haven't been paid, they're much more likely to just ELO, don't bring me down. Thank you, Valerie and Christine. Thank you. I like that song. Anyway. They're more forthcoming if they haven't been paid. But this is law. And strength is taming that beast. That's Mar-a-Lago. I think they were more forthcoming and told. I think they told some things Trump didn't want them to. That's what I'm getting. Now, did they just go in there and just lay it all out? I'm not getting that. I'm getting their lawyers, and they'll talk around and down the street and up the hill and down again, and so. But I think they told more than Trump wanted them to. Because I don't think he's treated them very well, is what I'm picking up on. Betty says the DOJ has them over a table. Probably. I think Trump has also mistreated them. I think it's both, is my guess. Yeah, Lady Eva. Hemming and hawing is as an art form. Yes. And Christine says, a lot of great songs back in our day. Absolutely. Can I just mention, I do get some downtime every day, usually late in the evening. I just want to say, I got sucked into watching this video last night. It has nothing to do with politics. But anybody who thinks that Duran Duran was just some stupid pop, whatever, cute boys, whatever, there is this great bass guitarist who did the entire Rio album in one go. And there's a video of it on YouTube. And holy buckets, if you've never seen somebody play the bass line to Rio, it's impressive. And John Taylor has come out with some videos he did during the lockdown on how he built the bass lines, which are quite intricate and very good. So I just want to throw that out there because I was mesmerized. Does it matter? Probably not. But I was mesmerized. Yeah, it was John Taylor. Yeah. And Rio apparently is notoriously That song has crazy bass line, million notes. Deba says, Simon Le Bon and I have the same birthday, October 27th. Well, when I was a teenager, both of my best friends, when I was a young teenager, both of my best friends had crushes on Simon. So, and they'd quiz each other about his life. It's like, okay. So, all right. Electrostorm says Duran Duran will always be my group, will always be. Don't you go talking bad about my group. I'm not talking bad about them. Oh, one of the things he did on that video, I've never even seen a bass like this on Lonely in Your Nightmare. It's a fretless bass. Is that it? I've never seen. No wonder it sounded so good. There, and then there are two songs on there that the guy pulled out this fretless bass, and it to get the exact sound. It was like, wow. Yeah. Anyway. Christian with a K. The guy's name was Christian. Well, if you put in Christian with a K, instead of a CH, and Duran Duran Rio bass, I imagine into YouTube, I imagine you'll find it. It's like a 45-minute video or an hour video. I sat through the whole thing. Going, wow. All right, let's do some actual questions. 107. Okay. Elon Musk and Rupert Murdoch have been hanging out a bit lately, even going as far as to sit next to each other at the Super Bowl. And a black hole didn't form on the spot? It's amazing. It's amazing how resilient our universe is. With rumors that Murdoch is breaking up his evil empire to sell parts of it off, could Musk be looking to buy? With what money, though? He's already toast because of Twitter. Joyce says 80s music is my workout jams. Let's get physical. My nose. Oh, no, notorious. Polly Wanda, I love how your brain works. Bach is great. Bach is good. Let us thank him for his fugue. That was good. Oh my gosh. Ricky says Elon Musk and Rupert Murdoch. Oh boy, talk about the union of the snake. And a Duran Duran 7 and the Ragged Tiger reference for the win. Is there a new moon today? New moon on Monday? Sherlock says, what if Musk is trying to sell Twitter to Murdoch? Well, Murdoch's looking to unload, is my understanding, but I could be wrong. So, what are these two Sith Lords? What's their deal? Seven of Pentacles. Oh, look, I have stuff. Oh, I have stuff too. Do you have right-wing stuff? Yes, I do. I have right-wing stuff. Let's be friends. Death card. Seven of Cups. Death. This is illusion, delusion. Death. Illusion, delusion. Fool. Tower. Six of Wands. Far right victory. Okay, this is. They are legends in their own minds. First of all. Yes, Michelle, absolutely. They're so awful. They're just so awful. These are their lies. This is, first of all, this is really dramatic, and it's stupidly dramatic. It's drama for fools. It's these lies about the far right. We will crush the libs, and we will get our victory against their destruction of all that is good in the universe. To get ratings. To get ratings. I'm just getting both of them, and they're garbage. They're just garbage to make money. Bonding over right-wing fantasies. Azalea, I agree. They're terrible people. All right. I'm not seeing, I'm just seeing they're both birds of a Sith Lord. I don't know. Mixing my, anyway, it doesn't matter. Okay, so Kevin asked this a day or two ago, and I'm sorry I didn't get to it until now. At 1:12, Kevin Waggy had a question. It takes me a while to get to all the questions, but I do try. Is the Biden administration going to do anything about Republicans moving to indoctrinate children in public schools? Teaching religion, not teaching history. Yeah. Valerie says, oh, Elon Musk and Rupert Murdoch, they're all working angles vying to stay relevant. Yeah. All right, Joe. All right, Uncle Joe. What do you do about this whole education thing? Force of labor. Well, so much of it is local, state. It's not just federal. Oh, hang on. Francis, I thought they both had legal problems. Musk and Murdoch. I was getting a little hint of Dominion in the back. Just wants to throw that out there. All right, 10, the burden, this far right burden. 10 of Wands, 8 of Pentacles. So working on the burden of the far right garbage. This is working to push a conservative agenda. Queen of Pentacles, only get as many teachers in as who will teach a far right agenda. That's a legal decision, and to put these people, this garbage, on the defensive. Will the federal government do something? Yes, something was going to knock them back into defensive mode, but it's not up here. It's there. I don't know enough about this topic to be able to give the details, because I was not blessed with children, so I don't know exactly how the system works. What this seems like is, would the federal government have to wait until, isn't there some kind of national testing? And if enough students start failing national tests, then the federal government can get involved. I don't know exactly how that works. So you'll have to tell me. But there will be something legal that will knock these people back into a kind of defensive mode. But Kitty says, my son used to play a fretless bass. It's pretty amazing. Oh, thank you, Azalea. Teresa Ford says, then they won't get federal money. Azalea says, how are these kids going to get accepted into a university with big gaps in their education? Are the big universities going to say, okay, if you're from Florida or some of these other places? Never Never says Tennessee is proposing to turn down federal monies for education so they can teach the Tennessee way. That's terrifying. Man. Well. All right, I do have some questions. I've got a few questions that I'll roll over to tomorrow. But thank you so much, everybody. This is so great. Actually, let me find that link for you. And also, I wanted to thank people who've been sending nails and the red bow I wore yesterday. Thank you so much. And also, I'll say Marie L. Thank you. I have a mail service, so nothing comes directly to where I live. So it takes a long time for mail to get to me, and I have to pay extra to have it sent. That's why I don't even accept parcels at that address that's on the website. But I did get what you sent. Thank you. And let me find this link because I loved it. I know is this important? No, but you gotta see Rio. Hang on. So, it's telling me I'm live. Let me do Christian Rio. Not that kind of mail service, lucky girl. You're a nut. That's why we're friends. Christian Rio base. Oh, here we go. Let me grab the link. And I'll put it in the chat. And there. So if you're into this kind of thing, because and then Rio's amazing. And then when he gets to Lonely in Your Nightmare, it's amazing. Third song on the album that he does here. It's just, I've never seen a bass quite like that. He uses a different fretless bass later on, but anyway, that's going to do it for me for today. But thank you so much. It is 1:31 p.m. here in Chicago. And in 2 hours, I'll be over on the Creative Sprints channel here on YouTube. You are always welcome. Bring your creative stuff. And other than that, I will be right back here tomorrow. Tomorrow's Valentine's Day. Yeah, tomorrow's Valentine's Day, and then a week from tomorrow is Mardi Gras. And a week from Wednesday's Lent begins. So, yeah, lots of stuff coming up, and we're going to be okay. I did put out the weekly astrology forecast. That is on this channel. So if you click on the channel, it'll pop up. And yeah, I was wearing that red bow. That's the latest one. So it's like 2 minutes, 13 seconds or something, but it'll give you a good overview for the week of good days to do certain things or not. So I hope it helps. All right, that's going to be it. Have a wonderful rest of your day. You are not alone. I mean, look at everybody. The chat, the comments, and everything. We're all in this together, and there are good days ahead. All right, so do try to get some rest and relax. And I'll see you right back here tomorrow. Thank you.